The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Nobody's listening, no. Nobody's listening, no. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody's listening, no. Nobody's listening. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody wants to hear them speak.
Thank you for downloading, streaming, or however it is that you listen to the Not Listening podcast. I'm Adam.
I'm Ash.
And I am Will.
Welcome along, everybody. Today we are going to be talking more superheroes, but we're going to be discussing those superheroes that are lesser known and lesser talked about. We may
Sometimes for good reason.
we may put them together and create our own Avengers Justice League type. Up for that?
Yeah.
Let's see who we can come up with. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Hashtag not listening.
Okay, so a few episodes ago, we discussed who should be in the new Justice League, but was it Justice League?
Yeah, Justice League.
Justice
yeah,
League,
the
sorry.
actors.
Yeah, precisely. So we were talking about the Justice League as it was, but we discussed who should play the roles. But one of the things with the Justice League, it's had an awful lot of different superheroes in it. But I like the idea of the superhero collectives. You've got the Avengers, you've got the Justice League. But I think that there's room for a new one. So today, what we're actually going to do is we're going to put together our own superhero group of heroes.
Group of heroes.
Group of-
I love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It's a
Group
group
of
of
heroes.
heroes.
Yes. So I don't think we need to be stuck as we are. I don't think it's ever going to become a real thing. So we don't have to say, oh, it's got to be DC, it's got to be Marvel. I think we can reach
Okay.
out. But I think what we have to do, we have to bear in mind as we're putting this group together that they have to be, you know, all of these groups, they've always got like the cool, grumpy one and the one with not
Yeah.
particularly good powers, but all the gadgetry, and they've got the one that's just ridiculously overpowered but with a silly weakness and all of that sort of stuff. So I think we need to keep that in mind. And also just make sure, you know, there's got to be something for the ladies, something for the youngsters, all of that stuff, and just get something together. So, what should we call our superhero team? I think that's an important one.
Well, maybe we can think of a name after we've got the people in there,
Okay, I like
because it may say
that. May
itself.
depend who's in it.
Yeah.
An anagram of all their...
The Shoddy League.
So, have you got anyone that you would want to throw in first?
I think one of my favourite superheroes that I grew up with would be, it was a wonderful one, and it's definitely one for the kids as well, Super Ted.
Super Ted.
Now, Super Ted
superb.
was like a normal teddy bear, but he was discarded. He was found to be faulty, and then the Spotty Man raised him and gave him magic powers. And Super Ted was great. I think as a lead hero, he's almost the Superman role.
Yeah.
I think Super Ted.
It works just like a superhero, where he's got his normal superhero suit on underneath his little furry skin. He unzips it. And
That's
steps
right,
out
yeah.
of it. He must
It's
have
a
loads of those
furry
little
skin.
one. He's got loads of onesies for his little furry skin.
He probably gets them, yeah, absolutely. He probably gets them from that place that sells all the onesies to all the chavs in Basildon. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, I reckon that's probably our lead guy.
So, who would Spotty be then to him?
Spotty Man, always like Alfred to Batman, I reckon.
So he is our Batman.
Yeah.
He's our Superman Batman type.
Well, I don't think
Oh,
Superman
he's
and
more
Batman
like
is a
Robin.
type.
Scotty's more like... Spotty Man's more
yeah,
like
more of a
Robin, because he
sidekick,
actually
actually,
gets,
yeah,
he actually
you're
gets
right.
involved and flies around and
Yeah,
with his little backpack. So
This is
he'll
true.
be a Robin.
this is true.
So we got Super Ted.
Yes, definitely Super Ted.
Right. I want to put
Who's writing this down?
Will Ash. You can
Ash, you are the scribe.
you're the scribe.
Yes.
Super Ted with Spot.
Because we're going to recap at the end.
But now I want to pick someone who is the grumpy one.
Is it me?
The one, yeah, put Will down. Who's the grumpy one, the one that gets angry, but
Yep.
will always come good in the end.
Hulk thing, that kind of.
Yeah. But he's a little bit smaller.
Right,
He's not as strong,
right.
but he will always get the job done. More like a rocket
Is it MacGyver?
like a rocket raccoon type.
Right.
It's Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
And I'm not talking about the Howard the Duck they showed at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not talking Howard the Duck in the comic books. I'm talking
Hang on, was Howard the Duck at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy?
in the little tiny scene. He just turns up, he's drinking a martini.
I don't recall seeing that. Fair enough.
It's the little end sequence right at the end.
Missed it.
Yeah. I'm talking Howard the Duck from the 80s film.
Spielberg.
The Lucas one. The Lucas.
Oh, it was
film,
Lucas, that was it, sorry.
where
Yeah.
it is literally a little man
In a duck suit.
animatronic duck suit, and he's trying to fuck Mike McFly's mum.
Yes.
I want to see him in more movies
Okay.
because he was angry as shit, and that film had duck boobs in it.
Duck boobs.
He did when he's getting taken in his chair. He's getting sucked into our world,
Yeah.
from Duck World. He goes through all these flats, these apartments, and there's a little duck having a bath, and it's a lady one. And you can see duck boobs.
That's interesting, because ducks aren't normally famed for their breastfeeding.
Well, this one had
No.
boobs.
Yeah, duck
This
breasts.
had duck boobs. So there
You
you
have
go.
the blue-footed booby, but
I've always been a fan of duck breasts, just not in that particular context.
Well, there you go. But yeah, I want to see more of that Howard Duck
Okay.
because Warwick Davis could probably play. I don't know why.
You're just determined to get Warwick Davis in everything you
He
can,
needs to
really.
be back. Needs
Yeah.
to get more work. Right? I feel like Peter Dinklage is nicking it all.
yeah,
Warwick Davis needs a bit of love. So I'd want, he would be the angry one, the one that gets the ump all the time, but always comes good in the end.
Okay.
You think he's going to let everyone down, but in the end scene, he comes back to save the day.
It's a feasible one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Howard the Duck. What about you, Ash? Anyway, who are you going to throw in?
I'm going to actually throw in one that's actually come in from. Managed to find this one on South Park.
Okay, this is going to be a weird one.
So it's going to be a weird one, and it's going to be that really annoying character.
Is it Towley?
No, it's
Mr. Hanky the
that's
Christmas
really, really annoying. No, Mr. Hanky, I thought about that, but then ruled out because he's too easy to track.
He's a poo.
Yeah, exactly. He just leaves little skid stains all the way back, so everyone will be able to follow him back to base. That would not be a good one to have on your team.
Yeah,
He needs to be on his own.
little shit.
Stinks.
Literally, yeah.
So it's actually Captain Hindsight.
Okay.
Nice.
So he's going to be really, really annoying, and after every single
I wish I'd
mission
thought of
when
that.
they've buggered it up...
We should have brought more guns.
If only we'd gone in the front door.
Like it.
I've never seen that. I don't know what Captain Hindsight is or what he does.
I
No,
haven't either.
he's got a little suit with an eye on it, and
Is it Butters by any chance?
No, it's not actually. It's an older.
Okay.
It's an older guy. So, but no, it definitely be the one to annoy everybody after the mission.
You're like, yeah, should have really done that. Should have done this.
You don't want to do it like that. You want to do it
Yeah.
like this.
That's proper old school. I was going to get that reference.
Now, we've got to have at least one female in there.
Yes, right.
There's
this-
always
this-
at least one token one. Now,
Okay.
I would put forward Chitara.
from Thundercats.
Yes.
Since
yes.
when have cats been sexy?
Why has she only got two breasts?
Yes, she was the sexy cat in.
Stop duck boobs.
She should be wearing, she should be wearing 3 bras, in theory.
The original, there was one that they actually did of Thundercats, and she did have 6 breasts.
Okay.
In
Because
one of the
theoretically, the bit between her hips and her tits is called a waist, because you could fit another couple of pairs in there.
Yeah.
Oh, the old ones are the
But
old
no,
ones.
it was the cartoon that they did of Thundercats that they actually changed it so she only had 2, whereas in some of the comics, the older comics, she did actually have 6 because they did cat anatomy.
Cool.
So
You think Lino's got a
that's not
barbed penis?
sexy.
Probably.
I've got a feeling I said that in a podcast about 3
Yes,
years
I
ago.
And he ripped
We're
Chitara
going over
to pieces.
We're repeating ourselves.
I think we do that a lot, to be honest.
I can't even believe we've been going on for years. That's probably more shocking than anything. So you think she would be the eye candy, yeah?
I think she would be one of the strong female lead, or one of the strong female leads. Are there any other females we want to bring in? I'm saying female because woman is not technically the case when she's a cat.
No.
I was just going to say, he goes, oh, I'm bring a woman in. She's a cat.
Yeah.
She's a bitch. Don't be a dog.
Yeah, no,
Get out of the way.
I don't think they're actually.
There's not usually more than one woman in these groups, I've noticed.
And they're never particularly strong leads. They're always side characters in all the kids' cartoons.
Even in like the latest Avengers one, Black Widow is supposed to be one of the most smartest and
Yeah,
strongest
but she
ones in the
hardly
world.
gets any
She gets
screen
caught.
time.
She gets captured, and they have to go and save her. It's a little bit like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, rescue the maiden in distress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who could normally.
To be
fight.
fair, she was pregnant during filming, so she couldn't do a lot. So I think they had to do that. Like, we better put her in a tower somewhere because she's pregnant. Can't have Black Widow preggers. That'd be weird. Preggers by the Hulk,
So what would that mean? She'd have about 300 babies.
and then she'd kill the Hulk
Well, I was going to say, yeah,
Eat him alive.
Yeah,
afterwards.
bit different.
So who would we have in as the ultra intelligent one? Because there's always one like a
I've got one for that. The ultra intelligent one. He's
Okay.
also
Stephen
quite
Hawking.
large.
Stephen Hawking.
He's also very, very large. He's
Big
got to be
fat.
the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
I'm not famed for his
I was
intelligence.
gonna say,
No, exactly.
I know he might thrash you in a battle of wills after you've had a few drinks, but
He always beats me at chess.
I never sat and watched Ghostbusters and went, he's a smart marshmallow.
He just goes, no, and starts trying to climb up a
the
building.
words of wisdom from Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I think we can do better than that, to be fair.
Have you heard of the superhero character Elongated Man?
No, did you just
Only
make him
because
up?
I read
No,
it this
he
morning.
exists. He actually exists. And can somebody explain to me what elongated means?
Made longer.
Yes, elongated means it's like Mr. Stretch. So
Yeah,
presumably
that's
he
what he
stands
does.
there and he goes Mr. Tickle Arms and his arm will extend, go round the
That's
corner.
he is
Mr. Tickle.
Mr. Tickle could be in
Put him on the list.
You know.
He's got superpowers.
Mr. Tickle.
extra long
Mr.
arms,
Bean.
and if someone tries to fight him, he tickles them, they fall over laughing.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? You wouldn't mind
Yeah,
dying.
yeah,
laughing.
yeah, that's another one for the
He
kiddies.
kills
I
people.
bet he
laughing.
could catch trout from streams really easily as well.
Yeah.
Mr. Tickle is in there, that's another one for the kiddies. Done.
Nice.
So how are we looking?
So far we have Super Ted, Howard the Duck, Captain Hindsight, Chitara, and Mr. Tickle.
Right, okay. Now we need the outsider from another planet that kind of rules the universe that can help them out, like
the
the
Thor
Martian
kind of.
like the Martian Manhunter does.
Like sort
Yeah.
of Optimus Prime.
No,
Ooh,
Captain Planet.
he's a hero.
He's a hero,
He is a hero.
and he wants you to
He
save the
says
planet.
that a lot.
Well, does he have the Planeteers with him as well? Are the Planeteers automatically a part of this?
No, he wasn't allowed to talk to them after the court case.
Oh, okay, yeah. He was. He was on BBC, wasn't he?
He got booted out as the CEO of
They were
the
like-
little group.
He likes to hang around with these kids a lot, doesn't he? Tells them to pick up litter and shit.
Hmm.
And Captain Planet is now on the list.
Yeah, it's going to
Captain
take
Black.
pollution down to zero.
He's the one that has a go at people like, you can't destroy cities like this! You need to
gotta
fight them with love!
Pick that up! Pick that up! Put it in a bin!
Brick by brick and recycle the city.
Yeah! What is it? Earth, wind, fire, air and water.
Earth, wind, fire, water, heart.
Heart, that's it! Heart. If I was living like, Earth, wind, fire, water, heart, fuck off. Yeah, we ain't gonna win with you here, you're the weakling.
Heartbreaker. That's what it needs to be.
Hardcore porn.
Right, let's end on this one then. Every big superhero group needs a super villain.
Yes.
Who could be their arch nemesis? The one that is going to be the Joker. The one that's going to be their doomsday. The one that's always going to be
genius.
there to fucking annoy him.
Now that's quite tricky.
Here we go. Here's a good one. Banana.
Let's all have one each. Go on.
I'll go with Banana Man on this.
No, Banana Man's a hero.
good
You're
guy.
looking
Yeah,
for the
but
bad
no,
guy.
he can be a bad guy. He can turn evil if he eats a slightly brown
What-
banana.
what was it?
It makes him evil. Evil banana man.
He's a good banana. He's good if he eats a brown banana.
Well,
he's evil.
was it Texas Pete was his nemesis? Texas Pete and
was
Bones.
Super Ted.
Yes.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah. Okay, that was Super Ted's. Because I was actually thinking something along the lines of Baron Greenback myself.
Baron Green.
Ah,
What, from
okay.
From?
Danger Mouse?
Yes. With the little weird furry
Yeah.
slug
Little-
thing.
Yeah.
I quite like that idea, actually. Never got it.
I think that would be pretty good. I'd like to see Tickle versus Greenback.
Yeah.
yeah. So the villain is Greenback.
Yeah.
And throw in Inspector Gadget's claw thing as well. He
Well,
never got...
Oh, to be honest, Inspector Gadget wouldn't be a terrible one to have on our team.
he could be the Iron Man.
Yeah, effectively the Iron Man type, yeah.
All right, have him on there and then have the Claw Man then as well. The Claw. Because in the beginning sequence, I don't think I ever saw what the Claw looked like. It was just a hand.
You don't, yeah.
So he would literally just be a hand.
Sounds good.
So I think they might.
Oh,
Actually,
although a slightly more powerful villain. I can't remember. I can't remember what his name was, but you remember the bad guy in Dungeons and Dragons, that really evil, scary thing.
But we never got to see him because
Yeah.
they never finished the series. Got cancelled.
Well, that's because it was shit.
It was pretty terrible and I hate it.
Yeah,
Don't ever bring it up again.
fair enough.
baby.
So the
Yumi
bad
will-
guy out of it. Meh.
Yeah.
I hate that show.
Uni.
Okay.
Meh.
So we have all these people. Could you think of a name of these misfits?
So we've got a bear,
So
a duck.
We have Super Ted who's a bear, Howard the Duck who's a duck, Captain
Really?
Hindsight who's a person, Chitara who's a cat, Mr. Tickle who's an orange blob, Captain Planet who's a person,
Paedophile.
Inspector Gadget, who's a paedophile,
Totally.
and Inspector Gadget who's a completely idiotic.
He's a cyborg.
Nut person.
He's a cyborg.
with loads of shit sticking.
Inspector Gadget's a cyborg, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is to a degree.
He's a cyborg. He's also Ferris Bueller, isn't he?
He was in the movie, you're right. Matthew Broderick, yeah. How'd you thought, was he? Oh, no, was he?
Ferris Bueller was Inspector Gadget. That explains so much.
So, any quirky names for this?
No, that's already been done. So I was going to suggest the Misfits or something, but I just realised that was already a thing.
The Bear
That's all TV.
The Bavengers.
TV series.
No, I actually really can't come up
That
with a
is the
decent
biggest-
collective.
no, isn't it?
It's
No.
the most eclectic, ridiculous group of superheroes. Crap-tanauts.
Or if any of you think of any names, you can tweet us.
Hang on, I like
Barker
Crap-tanauts.
Podcast.
To me, they will always be the Crap-tanauts.
The Crap-tanauts. I'll stick with the Crap-tanauts.
Crap-tanauts assemble!
If you want to keep updated with the show, you can follow us on Twitter at Barker Podcast or at Not Listening Pod. Ash, your Twitter is at nothing.
No, confused as fuck.
Oh
but-
no, you're actually telling people.
Yeah, you won't actually get anything out of it. I've got about 96 followers.
Oh, that's show off.
Yeah, but I haven't tweeted for about a year and a half when I flooded my bedroom.
There you go. Will, no Twitter.
Yeah, I've got nothing to add to that. I can't beat that.
No